Hey everybody, basically me, Klyka and Kikoskia are doing a sort of Game of the Year sort of podcasty kind of thing. We wanted to discuss really what our Games of the Year would be, what games we enjoyed this year, and yeah, the overall sort of big game we all think you should all play and go, yeah, it's amazing. So let's quickly introduce them again. So we got Klyka.
Hey guys.
And Kikoskia.
Hey.
And, well, me. So, I'll start us off if we go through, briefly go through the months and stuff. So what floated your boat in January, boys?
DC Universe Online.
yeah. It's a good joke. It's a good joke.
Yeah, it's a good joke. No, DC Universe Online, I mean, we all tried it out. It was okay. I mean, we played it.
Yeah, it wasn't bad, was it?
Well, the problem was the plan and some of the stuff they had was actually good. I really enjoyed, like, the action RPG-ish combat. I liked that.
Until you had it for 10 hours.
Until you had it for 10 or 20 or 30 or, you know.
But don't worry, guys. You unlock different capes.
Yeah.
To be honest, the customization was pretty boss, and you can
bad,
make
was
some
it?
seriously awesome superheroes.
I mean, we made like Pimp Man and stuff, and it was all
Yeah,
good.
we made like a guy in a tuxedo and so on with him.
Yeah, exactly. And I mean,
And
the
I
only
made
problem
the
I
person with
found,
jeans and guns.
yeah, the guns were cool.
True.
But just, I don't know, the city being barren didn't help. It was like flying around a big empty cesspit. It just wasn't exciting to
The
look at.
PvP was horrible.
Oh, it was janky as fuck. It was awful.
Lots of warping. But I think that we can all agree on one thing. It was criminal to make the top hat customization female characters only.
I know they're going for the whole like, is it Zatanna?
Zatanna.
Zatanna, yeah, they're going for that whole thing, but it just that just wasn't. I couldn't be a dapper English gentleman in the game.
Yeah.
It just wasn't rolling. What else was about that wasn't DC Universe?
Well, for me, for example, in January, Ghost Trick Phantom Detective on Nintendo DS was an absolutely amazing game that basically had me addicted for 2 entire days, where I literally played nothing else, because every single chapter of that game is a cliffhanger, and I just wanted to see like next.
It is. It's like a really addicting TV show, isn't it? I mean, I picked it up in the States, and it was absolutely fantastic. That I should probably finish one day.
Yep.
Yeah, I probably should finish.
I don't think Kiko has actually played it.
Mock that man. Mock him.
Mock him. But yeah, if you haven't played Ghost Trick, if you like good stories and, you know, like good games, check out Ghost Trick.
What was I doing in
So
January?
I saw that
point?
£5 getting past you there, Klyka.
Anyway,
Yeah. So Kiko, what floated your boat?
I don't even remember what I was doing in January. What was I doing in January?
You were stoned off your face.
probably
I was
playing an
nuts.
Amiga emulator.
No, I was doing something. I can't remember, but it must have been awesome. So just presume I was doing...
Ball jacks.
What's that? Ball jacks!
Every new year starts with ball jacks.
Every new year for Kiko always starts with balls.
Of course, for normal gamers, the year also started with Dead Space 2 coming out.
That's the one I was going to pick actually. Dead Space 2. It
Maybe
was.
it was because you LP'd it.
Yeah, well, yeah, maybe, but
You didn't LP it in January, though.
no, I didn't. Because I gave it a few months before I played it. But it was it was exactly what you needed in a sequel. It was bigger, better, and I wouldn't say scarier as such. It was different.
I wouldn't say it was scarier. It was more eerie, I guess.
Yeah, eerie works. Yeah, eerie does work. I think it improved in almost every single way on the original. I can't argue with that. Plus, it gave us Femizac. Can't argue with
That's very
that.
true. Yeah, that's very true.
And then she lost an eyeball. Then she.
And I think I was one of the few people who actually enjoyed playing the multiplayer with friends.
I had multiplayer.
Yes.
Multiplayer?
I didn't even know. I should check the box. Where's the box? There you are. They're supposed to.
The multiplayer was basically a bit of a more linear or more level-based Left 4 Dead without any NPC zombies, but instead just play monsters.
Strategically dismember your friends in multiplayer. I didn't even notice.
Well, I wouldn't say we did it strategically, but there was a lot of dismemberment.
Oh, that's something then.
Yep.
So moving on. What about February?
February.
Have gun, will shoot!
Oh yes, of course. How could I forget? Me and
Capcom
Kiko had a
3.
lot of fun with Marvel vs. Capcom 3.
Which he was infinitely better at, I might add.
No,
Which I have never
I was not. Not really.
Yes, you are.
No.
I have never played it. These two are trying to rope me into all the fighting games they play, and I always say nope.
Basically, Klyka hates fun, so
Yeah,
you know, we tell him.
Pretty
Yeah,
much allergic to fun.
exactly. We're like,
Yes.
Klyka, BlazBlue is really good fun. You should
I
probably
mean,
pick it up.
Klyka, when he looks at February, he goes, The Sims 3 outdoor living stuff now. That's what he bought.
Actually, when Klyka looks at February, he sees 2 games, although one of them I just recently picked up.
Bulletstorm.
Yes, Bulletstorm. I picked up Bulletstorm, and holy shit, that game is just pure unadulterated fun.
Especially Steve Blum. I mean, everyone hates Steve Blum because he's in every game, just like Nolan North. But he's having the time of his life in voice acting in that fucking game. So I love it. It's very, very fun.
Well, I'll see you both, and I'll raise you something better though. No?
Go ahead.
You ready? Ready?
Yeah.
Hardcore Uprising.
That was
Amazing.
That was actually really, really good.
And really, really hard, unsurprisingly. But it was. I mean, it's Contra, really, isn't it? It's Contra in anime style, and it's good. The music's fantastic. The combat is great. It's Contra, and it's hard, and I enjoyed it. And yay! Yeah. So there.
Another thing you were probably totally forgetting is that in the same month, Radiant Historia came out.
Do you mean that game that didn't come out in the UK?
Yes, I mean that game that didn't come out in the UK, which is really sad.
May have also been forgetting that apparently in February, East came out.
No, that's the PSP East 1 and 2 Chronicles.
But I like that. That's a good game.
It is a very good game.
That game. Shameless plug.
It is a very good game. Yeah.
Everyone should play it. But no, Radiant Historia, a great RPG that involves time traveling and paradoxes. Very, very good. I can only recommend it.
Kind of reminds me of some other RPG that involves time traveling and paradoxes.
Yeah. Another game involves paradoxes.
Can't think of his name off the top of my head though. You know.
Yeah,
probably nothing important.
Some small franchise.
Something about Chronos Twins.
Something about a button, like a clock button. I don't know.
Something about a cave woman beating people up.
Yeah, probably that.
Frogs.
Yes, frogs.
Anyway.
Yeah, let's keep going.
Anyway, March, Rift.
Rift came out and was actually a super competent MMO in the style of World of Warcraft.
What you really mean is, March, Rift came out. March, Rift sort of went away.
Well, for us, yeah. Although it's still so strong.
But wait, guys, March, Dragon Age 2 came out. I didn't actually buy this game, guys. You do not have to.
Okay, unfortunately, I did. Yeah. I gave it a fair chance. It got a lot of bad flack. I installed it, which took forever, by the way. By the way, you might want to learn how to do an installer. That'd be great. Thank you. And I sort of had a bit of a go, had a bit of a play. Was a bit bored, but it's cool. I gave it a go. Until everything started repeating over and over again. It's kind of like fetch quests, the game, and then go here to the same scenery of the game. It's just dull. I wanted to be a dragon, and what I got was shit.
I was about to say, you were probably just stuck on I want to be a dragon, just clicking it over and over, finally waiting for the time that you become.
The real thing here, though, was I wanted to be a dragon, so I went to play Divinity 2 instead. Oh, no you didn't! Click, click.
Or as it's called, Britain the game.
Oh, yes, everyone's British and a dragon.
No, not everyone's British, everyone's from London. Hello, governor, you a dragon or some shit? No, thank you.
It's like playing
You will be soon, foreshadowing!
Dun dun dun! Oh wait. Yeah, and
Talking
Pokemon
about
Black and White.
foreshadowing, I can only say that Total War Shogun 2 was the most foreshadowing of shameful display I have ever seen.
I think that impersonation was a shameful display.
It was very shameful, it's true.
He's incredibly shameful.
But yeah, Shogun 2. Absolutely great game if you enjoy Total War games.
And like I said a minute ago, Pokemon Black and White came out. Me and Kiko gave it about 2 weeks of play and then went, nah.
Yeah, not long like my Pokemon Gold.
There's many stories. Any stories about that? This man drove himself to the brink of insanity. Like we're talking about, he's staring at the light for so long, he's dribbling in the corner.
Yeah, like we were literally sitting.
Ask me how many eggs I hatched.
Wasn't it? Was it over 2,000 eggs you hatched?
3,800.
3,000,800, and you
got it in the end, though. I got it.
Yeah, and curiously, how many times have you played it since then, Damien?
But ladies and gentlemen, imagine sitting in Skype with this person, and no matter when you ask him, like, "Hey, Kiko, what are you up to?" and he goes, hatching eggs. Hatching or playing Pokemon.
We're like, Dave.
I was doing other things too.
We're like, yeah, Kiko, do you want to play some League of Legends? He's like, no, I need to hatch. Okay. So if I jump us to April, I can give us the biggie that we all enjoyed. Which was
Rio.
Dun 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 dun.
Yeah.
No.
April for me, actually the first month that these two managed to get me to buy a fighting game.
Yes!
Yeah, to be fair, it is the Mortal Kombat, let's be honest.
It is. It was literally Mortal Kombat revitalized, reborn. It was just...
He was umming and ahhing, and I sort of went, "Get over here!" And
go over here.
Well, he did that, and I just became smoke and threw him places.
Oh, you and your bloody smoke. Oh, yeah, but I
There
totally
was-
trolled you both as Melina, so whatever.
And-
Melina was pretty cool, but then I took a, what was his name again? The guy who could run really fast?
Cabal.
Cabal, yeah,
Oh, God,
exactly.
Oh.
I would run so fast from left to right, everyone was like, spinning!
Don't forget, everyone had to look at the bag!
Look at the bag! Toasty!
Oh,
yeah,
good
those were
times.
good times. Same time, probably, I don't know, I think I was the only one of those three who played this Portal 2.
Yes, you were.
Yeah, you were the only one that played
Portal
that.
2, I actually got it gifted by a friend. I wasn't sure about picking it up myself because I liked the first Portal, but I wasn't sure I would like it enough to pay for it.
You bought it in
Like-
space.
Space. I was in space. No, but Portal 2, great game. Really, really short, especially if you know what you're doing since I played Portal 1. But the co-op was actually great fun. And I'm kind of a bit sad that, it came out in April. I thought it would came out much later, but it came out in April, and I don't think they actually released anything cool and new for it. I don't know. I haven't really been keeping up on it, but great game.
On the subject of I'm the only one picking stuff up, Arcana Hut. I picked that up. It's not a bad fighting game actually. I wouldn't put it in the league of say Blaze Blue for me personally, but I did enjoy it. I got the limited
Wasn't that
edition one.
described
Very
as
funky.
boobs the game?
It was pretty. Yeah, it was a bit seedy. A little bit seedy anyway. We're not talking like Tau Kaka kind of levels of seedy. We're getting there. There's lots of lady bumps jumping up and down all the time. You know how it goes. But if we sort of mosey our ways into May, and if I bring your attention to, of course, the most fabulous, brilliant game that is Fable 3, which of course is a
Kung Fu
lie,
Panda
which
2.
is a bit,
I think what you were actually talking about was chicken choice.
I
Yeah.
think what you were actually talking about was Frozen Synapse.
Frozen Synapse was fantastic, yes.
Well, still is fantastic.
Well, yeah, I know it's not like it's dead. I'm not saying it is like, oh god, I've totally
But
dug it
then,
up, smelled it.
but then you guys just dropped it and picked up Kung Fu Panda 2 on the Wii.
I did temporarily. I thought it was terrible. I traded it in for Hunt of the Demon's Forge, which I thought was fantastic.
Hunted the Demon's Forge, which we still haven't finished, because we're still kind of thinking about doing a co-op Let's Play, I think? I'm not sure.
Really?
I
thought we were only thinking about that because Fear 3 was such a shitbag about recording.
I don't know, we can still finish Fear 3, but no, Hunted the Demon's Forge. Actually, in May, a lot of good games that we played came out.
Guys, you're forgetting Terraria.
Yes, I
came
was
out.
about to say
Terraria.
Terraria came out. Terraria, a fantastic game that only got bigger and bigger, and actually added stuff that's really cool compared to Minecraft, which added stuff that's really dumb. So, Terraria, fantastic game, so many Steam sales, just buy it and play it. But I think Kiko doesn't have it, but Ben and me were totally missing a very, very special game, which is The Witcher 2 came out in May.
Witcher 2.
And The
Do
Witcher
you mean I'm gonna plow your mother, the game?
Plowing Elves, the game,
An
yes.
excellent farming simulator.
Yes, exactly. I farmed so much, you have no idea. The only problem, of course, with The Witcher was, while absolutely brilliant, CD Projekt Red are brilliant people. However, on launch, it was a broken mess.
Audrey!
Audrey!
It was so,
Where
so,
are
what's
you?
the word?
People, the latency is pursuing me!
The people, the frame rate is leaving me!
Witcher 2 was actually the game that in May, my birthday is in May, and Witcher 2 was the game that led me to upgrade my CPU and my computer because I wanted to play it properly, because it deserved it. Basically, Witcher 2 is amazing, and you can play it in 2 different parts, and I've only finished basically part 1, and sometime next year I'm gonna do the second part. It's really, really great.
Unfortunately, the May and ending of the world might prevent that, but
Well, I have till December, so we'll see. I think we just moseyed our way into June.
we did.
And looking at June, of course, we can't not talk about Duke Nukem now, can we?
Yeah.
Hang on. Guys, where's my certificate?
Oh,
Number
God.
84,766. That's my version of the limited edition. And
2 of us out of this group here were buying the limited edition. One of us had the sense to stop buying the limited edition after he played the demo.
And then I came along and bought the standard.
dude, it has playing cards.
The
Yes,
thing about
I
Duke
have
Nukem
playing
is-
cards too. It's cheaper.
The thing about Duke Nukem is that I had a ton of fun with it, and I'm not embarrassed to say it. I actually enjoyed that game.
Now
I
you
noticed.
are going to hell.
I noticed you could have 2 guns, and I suddenly went, this isn't the game I grew up with, was it? And I'm like,
Oh, you mean Duke Nukem where he basically stored 1 million guns up his ass?
oh yeah, that was the entire point.
To be fair, they patched it, and you can now enable the option to carry unlimited guns or all guns at the same time.
I know, but that's not the point.
This is June. We want to hand over to Ben, who'll have a game that he will immediately suggest now.
Yeah.
We play motion. No, wait.
No! Look
Alice,
a bit below
Alice
it!
returns. Yeah, Alice. I played this on release, and I played it before I even LP'd it, because I was looking forward to it. And it didn't disappoint. It was pretty much what I was looking for in an Alice sequel, just more Alice, really. Better
I was about to say a prettier, bigger Alice.
Yeah. Oh, is that what she said?
Let's not forget that Fear 3 also came out, which trumps everything.
No, let us forget that Fear 3 came out, please.
If you want to know what we think about Fear 3, there is this kind of co-op thing that Helloween and me are doing. It's
Basically, what you need to do, though, is go to the toilet after eating a really bad curry, and then just look at the bowl, and...
It spells out in the shit, Fear 3. Sorry, I mean Fear. Right there.
Yeah.
But a game that both of you haven't played, but which I have played, which is absolutely crazy, over-the-top, amazing fun, is Shadows of the Damned, which came out for
Excuse me. I'm just going to grab my copy of Shadows of the Damned off my shelf here.
Oh, right, you actually have it. Yeah, sorry, I forgot.
Excuse me. I'm going to grab my copy of Heavy Nova for the Mega Drive.
Yeah, we're going to leave you with your copy of Heavy Nova.
We're just going to talk about Shadow of the Damned.
I'll put it back.
Put it back. No, but Shadows of the Damned, holy shit, such an amazing game.
Suda games, love them.
Suda games, buy them. Grasshopper Studios is a must-buy at all times.
Definitely. There was one more I wanted to mention here. Oh yeah, of course. The re-release of Ocarina of Time. And there isn't much need to say about this one, really. It's Ocarina of Time. It's fantastic. It's a remake of one of the, what everyone, a lot of people assume, I don't, but a lot of people say is one of the best games of all time. And it's really good. You can't go wrong, really, if you have a 3DS.
Yep.
And if we saunter casually into July,
You'll sort of blink and realise what happened.
what you realise is this is summer, and then we saunter casually from July into August.
Well, it depends. I mean, there's actually a game which we just now picked up because the PC version came out, but in July it came out on consoles.
I mean EDF.
I mean Earth Defense Force Insect Armageddon. It's a very budget game.
That's an understatement.
It's an understatement. It's basically what happened. The first Earth Defense Force was 360,
Which I own, I might add.
which you own. Is a great game, but sadly it doesn't have online multiplayer, and it was done by Japanese developers.
It does have giant ants.
It does have a lot of giant ants. Now, after the Japanese actually realized that the game was kind of a sleeper hit in the West, they then outsourced it to an American developer for PlayStation 3 and 360 and Windows, and those guys made Insect Armageddon. They changed it around a little bit, but beefed up the graphics, and I know Helloween has played it for the first time. He's going to say, like, what? Beefed up the graphics? What? But they really did. And, no, they made a competent game out of it. It's very different, but it's also still cool.
It's decent. If you can just imagine the fact you take your variety garden sort of, like, critters, like horrific insects, arachnids, and make them 20 billion times bigger.
Also
and
robots.
And robots, yeah.
Yeah.
But I'm not kidding about the big thing, by the way. They are huge. We're talking like old Xbox huge, sort of.
Yeah.
It's big.
I was talking Atari 5200 huge.
Yeah, that is pretty damn huge right there.
That is true.
So yeah, that game is absolutely quality. Can't go wrong with that.
Yeah.
If I bring your attention to August though, and something I think, two things actually I want to quickly cover. El Shaddai, which I think I'm the only one who grabbed. Is basically just it's like a work of art in motion really. It's quality. Gameplay wise, I wasn't too keen, but the visuals of it sort of pushed me through. It really was quite good because of that. And of course, No More Heroes, Heroes Paradise. I already own it, but it's in HD now. Yeah, it's
Aren't
good.
we forgetting something that happened in August?
I cracked my ribs again? No, wait.
Oh yeah.
No, look at number 23.
Yeah, I was about to say that. Actually,
that one.
A game that all three of us have played.
And all three of us enjoyed.
Yeah.
I think. Wait. Kiko, did you play it in the end?
I didn't ask for this.
Never asked for this.
I didn't ask for this sweet game.
I did play it, yes, and I still like the first one.
Well, no one says that you cannot not like the first one if you enjoy the other one. I mean, did you play it all the way through?
No, not yet.
Oh, okay.
You can be honest, you can't go wrong with Deus Ex. It's a brilliant game from start to finish.
You can play the second game.
Oh yeah, well. That's
Oh, yeah, we're talking of the series, of course, yeah, but
Yeah.
that's like saying the Mummy
See,
has 3
but we're
movies.
talking about
Whoa.
Deus Ex and not about taking a huge dump on a beloved
Exactly,
franchise.
exactly. And I mean, it's brilliant. It really is. There's pretty much 2 ways to play it. You can go like, grr, me gents, and shoot my way through, or you can go the silent, stealthy way. So of
Yeah.
course I shot my way through because that's how I roll.
Alternatively, you can play the third way, which is just stab everyone.
Yeah. But
No,
one
you
thing
could
we
be
can all
like-
agree on is that if you play this game, you have to hack everything.
Ah, yes, hacking is awesome. You
Hack
you go clickety click.
Everything.
Wait. Can you hack that?
I'm gonna throw a rock at you next time I see you.
Contractually obligated, I'm sorry.
I'm moving on to a little game where I think I was the only one who played that, which is Insanely Twisted Shadow Planet on Xbox Live
Weren't you
Arcade.
slightly disappointed about that one?
I was actually a bit disappointed by it because I thought it would be more Metroidvania-esque, which it wasn't. It was much more linear than I expected, but still visually absolutely amazing, great music, and the gameplay was good.
Can't go wrong with
So
that.
Yep.
And on a quick note before we end August, I'd say Bastion deserves a look. It's like being narrated by the world's coolest man.
he is incredibly cool.
I mean, the guy has the voice that would just melt legs. Like,
I might add, I haven't actually played it yet, but I have bought and I'm trying to download Tropico 4.
Oh, that's cool. You did pick it up.
I have picked it up.
Well, the Tropico series, I mean, if you played, like, for example, Tropico 3, you know what Tropico 4 is like. They're great city builders and so on. They're more personalized than, for example, SimCity.
El Presidente.
El Presidente, exactly. But, yeah. Tropico 4, great. But before we end August, me and a friend, we actually picked up Rock of Ages. And Rock of Ages is, I wouldn't say that the multiplayer is very fun, because I thought it was a bit stupid, but the single player is very Monty Python-esque, and especially the cutscenes are hilarious.
Oh, what's to be Monty Python, like you were going to say?
That would have been amazing.
Monty Python. No, but Rock of Ages, great game too. Enjoyed it.
Looking at September, I didn't have a lot to pick up here, to be honest. I grabbed Star Fox, but...
So, 3D, yeah.
Yeah, I mean, to be honest, not what to say about Star Fox. You ever played the 64 version, it's essentially exactly the same, but with crampier controls. Like, we're talking like you're going to murder your hands.
Nintendo.
I don't think I grabbed anything in September.
No, I think that's probably the only thing I...
Well, I
yeah.
grabbed Dead Island. Which
Oh yeah, Dead Island.
Yep, Dead Island, which I played through with a friend in co-op, the entire thing, and it was one of the best co-op experience I had this year. It is a game. It had its troubles. It had some errors, etc., but they were fixed actually kind of quick by the developers. And I think the developers actually didn't think themselves that they would have such a great game on their plate, because it actually sold really, really well.
Like crazy good.
Yeah, like really good. And yeah, I enjoyed it immensely. I think you can pick it up super cheap now, and it's great.
And obviously trumping that is the age-old classic of Bomberman Act Zero, 100 levels, no save, awesome set spec. And I'm going to put this down now.
As
before
much as you
Ben
sell that.
reaches into the internet and kills me. Bomberman Act Zero,
Well,
get it.
I'm
Shocking.
going to put a bomb next to you and talk about another game which I picked up in September, which was Warhammer 40k Space Marine.
Oh god, here we go.
Yeah, because
Watch out, the fanboys cracked out. Everyone's
I am a Warhammer 40k fan. I played it the tabletop and everything, and when could you ever be a fucking Space Marine? Like, the definition of Space Marine.
Well, let's
Take
see.
cover.
You could have played all the other Space Marine games that have been in existence that weren't a ridiculous first-person
That's
shooter.
true,
You mean
but
like
in this game...
Firewalker and things like that.
Oh, Firewalker
Yeah.
was...
No,
well,
not
wait,
Firewalker.
weren't
It's sort
you
of
a
like,
coward?
you could play Space Hulk. There was one on the DS that
That's
you could
true.
get, which
There
was
one on
very
the
much...
PlayStation 1 even.
The DS one's very much like Chaos Gate, which was very good, and then there was...
But none of these give you the satisfaction of being an Ultramarine. Fucking Ultramarines. And you can just stomp around, you got lots of weight behind you, and you can just run into an orc and rip his skull in.
And they completely bypassed the fact that there would be 997 other Ultramarines.
But there weren't. There were just 3 on the entire planet for some reason. I don't know.
These
It
two get
wasn't
into a
good.
fight. Maybe we should...
Yeah. Let's see if there was anything else I picked up in September.
Exterminatus, we could order one, could we? Klyka's house?
Oh, Resident Evil 4 getting re-released again.
Yeah, no. I mean, we played that all. But now we move to
Yeah.
October.
And right there is, well, where do we begin with Dark Souls?
Orcs must die!
Damn it, man!
What?
Bear in mind, we're all like,
Spider-Man, that's a fun.
Kiko,
No.
you should buy Dark Souls. Kiko, how about you pick up Dark Souls? He's like,
Yeah.
I don't know, I'm like, Kiko, what do
Pick
you...
up Dark Souls.
Yeah, pick up Dark
Maybe you
Souls.
should buy Dark Souls.
I think you should.
I think you guys bought Dark Souls. Didn't I pick up something completely different? Didn't I pick up Dragon Ball?
I think you.
Oh yeah, you picked up Dragon Ball, and we picked up Dark Souls.
Which I really, really liked.
It's
Yeah.
true. And we were talking about Dark Souls, you were talking about Dragon Ball, which was
Also
one of the
think
weirdest
that-
conversations.
Well, you say talking about Dark Souls. I think the actual text along the lines was, "Fuck, I died again!" Oh!
Yeah. Especially, I took that to a very high level because Dark Souls.
Understatement.
Yes, because Dark Souls has, I think it still has that problem where it has like weird input lag, where you press a button and your character stands there for 1.5 seconds and does nothing, and then suddenly he does it. They fixed it, yeah?
Yeah,
Oh, that's
they
good.
fixed
So then Klyka got angry and then he bought Disney Universe.
Basically, this is Klyka's experience with Dark Souls. The rest of us are all playing. It's pretty tough. I mean, I've just killed one of the bosses, and we're going, yeah, I've done it. And all you can hear eventually is just, you hear a slamming noise followed by, oh god, yeah, fuck this game. Bang! And he walks off. And me and another guy in Skype were just like, well, let's fancy that.
I actually wanted to trade the game in, and I actually was so angry that I didn't play it for 5 days at a time, and then I got back into it and played through the whole game.
Well,
I just ran with it. I just went, fuck it, okay, there's input lag, I'm still gonna finish it. And I did.
It's tenuous because it was released on the PS3 in this month, but House of the Dead Overkill, in general, is very fun.
Isn't that the game with like the most swearing ever in it?
Yes, but it also has zombie clowns.
I will raise you your zombie clowns though, and I'll give you dungeon defenders.
Ah,
Oh,
Dungeon
Dungeon
Defenders.
Yeah.
So many dungeons.
Ah, so many patches.
So
Oh,
many
yes.
gigabyte patches upon gigabyte patches.
It's like, hey, hell, would you like to play Dungeon Defenders? I just loaded it up.
And I
Yes,
say, of
sure.
course, Klyka, I would love
wait,
to.
there's 2 gigabyte patch. Well,
Oh,
okay.
goodness me.
And then we play. I shit you not, this actually happened. We played a few games of Dungeon Defenders, all 3 of us. The 2 of them want to continue. I have to do something else. I quit out of the game, and the moment I quit out, Steam starts downloading a 1 gigabyte patch for the game. I shit you not.
Although
it was
I have bought
amazing.
the soundtrack for that game because it is pretty fantastic.
It is really good. I also have it on my phone, and it is good fun.
Oh yeah, I have it on my phone. Too.
To prompt Ben, how about Might and Magic Hero 6?
Yeah, Might and
Yeah.
Magic. Bear in
Yeah.
mind, I was the one who got this first, and everyone else was like, I don't know. And I was
Bear
just
in
like,
mind, we
guys,
just
it's
picked it up
amazing.
this month, though. It actually came out in October. Already.
That's true, yeah. But it really, really is good. It's
great.
if you like Might and Magic, I've never played one before, but I picked it up because I got that little Clash of Heroes on the live arcade, and it was really good. And I was like, I like the world, like the interesting story and stuff, and why not pick up the real one? So I grabbed it. Fantastic.
You guys could also talk about Payday.
Payday is also
It is a
fantastic.
heist, yeah, which we need to play much more because there are banks that need to be robbed.
It's true,
And
many banks.
And here's a question: did anyone pick up Stronghold 3?
No, it was a broken
because-
mess.
Yeah, I heard it is a fucking mess.
Which is a pity because the first 2 were really good.
As far as I remember, I read that when the game came out on day 1, someone loaded up the campaign, and in the first mission he got control over the enemy units instead
Yep.
of his own units, and it always did it, and he couldn't play the game, and he just
guys, Rage.
well, we never picked it up.
Yeah,
actually.
well, moving on about Rage.
Yeah, but one thing I did pick up, although I picked it up a month later on the PC, but Hell also picked it up. Batman.
Basically, I picked up Batman because it's got Catwoman in it. Oh yeah.
I think the cool thing about
Well, I
Batman,
didn't pick it up.
though-
Someone very kindly gifted it to me. I said, thank you very much, by the way.
the great thing about Batman games from Rocksteady, just like Arkham Asylum with Arkham City, the same as you actually feel like you're Batman.
Really, I felt
Yeah.
like I was Catwoman, personally. I really, the
Well,
latex suit is like, ooh.
You
Over
feel
8
like the person you play as. let's
Over
rock
80 unbelievable stages. Over 125 awesome moves, gadgets, and attacks. I was playing Batman forever.
And you were the only one in the world to do so.
Yeah, the only one who loved that live action recorded game was
Actually, I hated it. I'm just a masochist when it
still Batman Arkham City. Fantastic.
Yes,
game,
it is. It is
absolutely.
really good.
except with the snipers, Klyka.
Oh,
Well, no, that was
no,
hell. I had
Klyka,
no
Klyka,
trouble.
No, Klyka, fuck the snipers. Seriously. That was just stupid.
I'll just
Finally
say it
take a
again.
man
If
out.
after so many hours in the game, you're still not Batman enough to take out those snipers, then I
was perfectly Batman. I was so Batman. I had a bat piece coming out. But the
Batman
thing
doesn't
is,
get killed by snipers, bro.
no. The thing is, they're subtly taking down a sniper in silence, and then them all going, Batman! And it's like, excuse me, That is shenanigans.
It's because psychic links. I don't know. I didn't have the same
buggy
problem.
PC version.
It was kind of weird.
Oh, and while we're on, I'm going to go on a pet peeve thing here. Okay, you don't delay a PC game and then not have it work when you release it a month later. Okay, the DX11 mode did not work for over a month. That is terrible.
It worked, but it brought your
No.
frames down to
That is not working, damn it.
horrible ways. Yeah.
That is not working. That is the equivalent. That is actually broken in dictionary. Look it up. It'll say Batman.
And since Hell is already ranting, I'm going to go into a game which I actually took 2 weeks of vacation off for because I wanted to play it with my friends so much.
Barbie's
Came out
Horse
in
Riding
October.
Adventure.
Yes,
Ah.
Barbie's Horse Riding Adventure. And after those 2 weeks were over, I was talking about Battlefield 3.
Oh,
I'm still enjoying it so much. It's a fantastic shooter, and here comes Hell.
but...
Okay. Right. There is a fundamental problem with Battlefield 3. Firstly, Origin. Okay, that is dreadful. Let's get that out of the way. Let's pretend Origin isn't even involved in this crap.
Okay, let's say just Origin is a program and you need it. That's it.
Yeah. Okay. And let's go on to the first thing. Right. It's very pretty. It's amazing to look at. Don't get me wrong. I can run it on full and it looks absolutely brilliant. The graphics are top notch. However, snipers. Snipers, people, snipers, why would you all be snipers? Why would you never take the points with me? Why would you never throw down ammo boxes? I'm like, why can't you fly the plane with mouse and keyboard
I'm
properly?
12 and I'm a lone wolf. I do things my way. And so is 17 of my old friends.
I'm still waiting for the nuke to
Problem
show
is,
up.
you say that, right? I had a lot more fun on the console version of Modern Warfare 3 than I did with Battlefield.
But that's because, well, this is the thing about Battlefield and Call of Duty. There is no, this is better. There's just, this is better for me. Like, I, for example, enjoy Battlefield 3 much more than I enjoy Call of Duty.
Guys,
And Hell enjoys it much more.
guys, if they want to be snipers, they should play this wonderful series of games called Sniper.
No, they shouldn't.
No,
one
they
should. No one should.
I tried, developers, I tried.
Okay,
Still-
this is what happens to snipers, right? You play snipers in GoldenEye, right? What happens is, someone comes up as Oddjob and slaps your testicles.
That's true. So what you're saying is they should add
Pretty
Oddjob
much that's
to
what happens in
Battlefield
the whole game. Oddjob just comes up and slaps your
You're trying to shoot
testicle.
someone with the club, and all you can do is whoosh, whoosh, whoosh.
Oh, wait,
Oh,
wait,
that's
don't
good.
I like
the best thing you can do, you know the golden gun mode in GoldenEye? You get a stage of proximity mines. Proximity mine, the golden gun.
Oh,
Yeah, it's mean, but it's fun.
that is just mean.
That
Seriously.
is just awesome.
The cool thing about GoldenEye, of course, back then was that when one of your friends did that, you could punch him in the face because he was sitting right next to you.
It's very true that many testicles were bruised that day.
Many testicles. Anyway, to finish off Battlefield 3, let's just say it's a very polarizing game. And if it's for you, if you enjoy it, pick it up. It's a great shooter. If not, then, you don't have to.
And if you don't like either of them, there's Rise of the Triad.
There's still Rise of the Triad. Great game. You can pick it up for -$5.
You could also get it on your iPhone.
And squeezing in one more for we leave October, Ace Combat, Assault Horizon. Very good, very fun, typical Ace Combat.
Yeah, I didn't play it, but I'm gonna squeeze one in, which is Renegade Ops on, which is a cool little
I still
game.
need to install that.
Yeah, you need to. It's a great game, awesome multiplayer, good fun.
You still
Also-
in October?
We go into
Good,
October, and all I can say is, Sega.
Oh. No, wait, are we going to November?
Wait, yeah, that's what we are, isn't it?
Oh no, I'm in October. I want to get my plugins for Ben 10 so I can get paid.
Oh, right, yeah.
Galactic Racing. That's all I can say
The
about it.
following podcast has been recorded in front of a dead audience.
Yo, Kiko, lean out the window so I can throw a rock at you.
Okay.
Anyway, guys, November.
Ah!
Exactly.
Halo Combat Evolved Anniversary.
Wait, what?
No.
No, obviously we're going to start with a great, fantastic game which actually managed to, I would say, save from the dead.
Pac-Man Party 3D.
Really,
What,
it's
all
great
I need to
revive.
say to you really is Rooftop Run, isn't it?
Rooftop Run.
Yeah.
Or City.
Oh wait, no, City Escape.
City Escape, Rooftop Run. If you guys don't know what we're talking about yet, we're talking about Sonic Generations.
Oh yes.
Sonic
and
Generations.
Kikoskia has a birthday. Halloween graciously gifts him.
Yes.
Yes.
Kikoskia
Yes.
plays Sonic Generations and goes,
Wait a minute, guys. Minecraft is technically in this list. Look, it was officially released in November.
yeah, okay, when they actually patch multiplayer in properly, then we can talk about Minecraft.
Yes.
When they actually make it a game that is not a non-game, then yes.
I love Minecraft.
Minecraft is
I love Minecraft too, but they need to put multiplayer in. It's
I
been long
like
enough.
Minecraft, but I think a lot of the things that I enjoy in it are done better in Terraria. But anyway,
Actually, I need to correct myself there. They need to put multiplayer that actually is easy and intuitive, rather than trying to set up a server, which is a pain in the ass.
But let's
Anyway.
stay with Sonic Generations for a bit more.
Yes.
Because I think it deserves the attention.
Oh god, does it. And if you didn't buy it in the Steam sale recently, you're a mug.
It's probably going to come back on sale again, so...
And all you need to do when the modern Sonic scenes come on is mute the sound so you don't hear
To be
it.
honest, you don't need to, because to be fair, Modern Sonic takes the piss out of everything, which is actually really funny.
And the cool thing is there actually isn't all that much voice acting in the game. Like, they toned everything down so much.
I'll just use your Chaos Control.
Chaos
Control!
I am the ultimate. I am the
Don't you mean I am the ultimate Yeah, don't forget the Oh, Sonic.
Anyway, Sonic Generations, absolutely fantastic. If you want to check it out, shameless
Yes.
plug, I have some videos on my channel that you can watch.
And he's really bad at it.
I am
Sorry,
so bad, I don't know why!
He plays normally, right? He's like, God, he's playing with his feet. He's like, yeah, got all the rings, bitch. Oh, yeah. And then he plays the recording. He's like, oh, 9, why am I so bad?
The pitch is...
It is a disaster.
Anyway, talking about disaster, let's move on to Modern Warfare 3 real quick.
I think I'm the only one who's picked this up.
You're the only one.
I actually have a sealed copy here that I haven't yet opened that I got for Christmas.
Then you need to play with me, by the way. But
At some point, yeah.
Moving to the point, the campaign I thought was trash. To be honest, it was junk. I didn't buy it for the campaign, however. I bought it for
the fruit.
I bought it for the multiplayer, and I enjoyed the multiplayer, mainly because I'm actually quite good at it. Like,
As long as
it's
you're
fair,
the
I don't-
host of the game, in which case you're awesome.
Well,
Yeah.
If you're not, then
I mean,
I
these were on PC. They said that they added dedicated servers, but then they thought, wait, that is actually horrible. I mean, we're Activision. We need to do something bad. So they changed it so that dedicated servers are always unranked, so you don't get...
Activision's kind of like yin and yang. You can't have something good without the bad. You know, you gotta roll with something.
Yeah.
But then I think we're missing out. We're kind of almost ignoring it, I'd say. But let's not
but
any
you can
further.
dance.
Are we gonna talk about Skyrim?
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay, I'll go.
Okay.
Skyrim is fantastic. It really, really is. I mean, it is huge. It is brilliant. It is moddable. It is great fun. I mean, I threw people off a bridge and played poo sticks with bodies. You just can't get any better than that.
Yep.
Well,
Stop dying, people.
while he was doing that, I was playing Daggerfall.
He
Yeah,
playing
yeah.
Daggerfall.
He
It's
did.
very true.
He did play Daggerfall, and we did keep suggesting he
And I had a flying horse. I
Yeah.
don't think he had a flying horse.
No, but I had a backwards flying
Well,
dragon.
I had a horse that could kill a dragon in 3 hits.
That's very true. I also saw a giant hit a dragon up 1 billion miles into the sky.
The cool thing about Skyrim for me was that I played it for gigantic amounts of times, then I modded it for a gigantic amounts of times, and then I played it again.
naked elves.
So many naked elves, and like literally they're pouring out of my pants. But no, Skyrim...
Should get some cream for that.
Yeah. The thing about Skyrim is that it is the Elder Scrolls. It's awesome, it's huge, it's big, it's great, everything that Hell said. It's also Bethesda.
And here we go to the point we need to bring up. Okay, this is also a pet peeve of mine. You don't release something for the consoles, for the PS3 especially, if it is broken. The PC version crashing is annoying. It's a PC. They crash. It happens. I can deal with that. It's annoying, but yeah, it happens.
Yep.
The PS3 one is actually broken, and it's not able to be fixed. And that is just not acceptable.
You also don't make a game that has a huge following on PC, and then instead of giving us a proper UI, you give us a console UI and just slap a mouse cursor on it.
Okay. If I click on the menu one more time and it cancels out of the menu, I will kill somebody.
Like, literally, I had to download a mod of a UI that someone else made.
To be fair, you do in Oblivion as well.
Feeling old and
Still.
crotchety, whatever happened to the time when they released the game and it wasn't broken?
Whatever happened to the times when release meant release and not late beta?
And speaking of releases in November, let's move on to something I've been playing today, in fact, which is Zelda. Zelda.
I have my copy here, I've not opened it. What's it like, Ben?
Well, it's good. Don't get me wrong. It's Zelda. It's typical Zelda. It's good from what I've seen, but I don't want to do a fetch quest from a giant furry ballsack. It's dull. He's just going, I'm a giant furry ballsack. Find my slightly smaller giant furry ballsacks. And you're like, not really. I'm not actually
But wait,
interested.
didn't you forget something? Because since it's a Nintendo game or a video game and the rule of 3 applies, you don't have to find one of his friends.
3 furry ballsacks. Indeed.
3!
And the other thing is, every time I had to find a furry ball sack. I ran over a rupee. It told me how many rupees, how much it's worth, and I monster claw and stop babying me, damn it! If I pick up Link to the Past, I'm not going to have to go through menus upon menus of junk just to get and play in the game. It is really annoying.
Yeah.
But on the flip side, don't get me wrong, it is still Zelda, and I'm still enjoying it. It's
and
just
he's still going to get the grappling hook, and he's still going to get the boomerang.
I've
And he's
just
gonna get
got
off
the
it.
slingshot, and yeah.
And he's still gonna save Zelda.
He's
don't-
still going to kill
yeah.
a chicken, and
I-
all the chickens will kill him.
I
But
can't
you
really
just-
add my opinion any further though because I honestly haven't played enough of it. So.
But you just brought up a very good point that I'm gonna pick up.
Boomerangs?
No.
They always come back.
No,
Furry ball
he
sacks?
said junk and ball sacks, and I think there's one game
Ball
that came
jacks!
out. Ball jacks. No, there's one game that came out in November that seriously took these two things, put them together.
So I
put
salute
them
you with
in
my
a game.
giant, big, floppy dildo bet.
Exactly. I'm talking about Saints Row the Third.
Um,
Saints Row the Third. I haven't beaten it yet, but every time I boot it up, it just puts such a huge smile on my face.
and a huge one in his
drugs.
pants too.
And the biggest one in my pants. I actually take it out of my pants and kill people with it.
Yeah, it's giant and purple. I've seen it. It's kind of gross, really.
It's really
Saints Row the
something.
Third is just exactly, to be honest, is what I always honestly think is what GTA should still be. It's silly,
Yeah.
it's fun, and it's mucking around. What I enjoyed about Grand Theft Auto.
The thing is, if you say silly, that's such an understatement because the game is hilariously crazy. Like,
It
it's
is.
literally on drugs at all
I
times.
mean, like Professor Genki's kill fun murder time.
Whatever.
Yeah.
And everything just like, for them, a normal mission is you jumping out of a plane in a tank, shooting people, jumping out of the tank into another plane, crashing the plane, and then killing zombies. That's like a mission. That's just like normal in Saints Row. I don't know.
Saints Row. Okay,
So
we
much
could go on about hours for Saints Row, to be fair, but it,
Good.
let's.
Sorry, I glazed over. Are we talking about Bubsy 3D?
You know, man, one of these days I will play it and I will hate it and I will stab it.
I've actually seen this one guy who put 500 hours into level 2 of Bubsy 3D. He's like the total crazy. He's like an
Yeah, his
autistic
name's
king or
Kikoskia.
No, I don't think so. Okay, let's go for December, which we're in, so not everything... Well, basically everything has been released.
The Old Republic came out!
Oh, I'm not touching that one with a barge pole. We're failing
Neither
out.
am I.
Yeah, the Old Republic, I mean, none of us have really played it, but do we have to? I
No.
mean, do you really want us to do this? I don't...
No.
you can't. You just...
If you want to, it's
But just play Shadows of the Empire and pretend.
Basically, let's
really good,
let's
Shadow.
say it like this. A few months ago, people really wanted to get in the beta for this thing, and I got into the beta, and I
it was
saw...
never the same.
Like, no. I saw things, like I saw videos and so on, and I was like, well, at least I can try it out. And then I saw that the download was 30 gigabytes, and I just realized, you know what? I think this game is really shit. And I never downloaded it. And these were times where people were like, oh my god, I want an invite, BioWare, please. And I just said, I don't give a shit. I have an invite, and this game is just too bad to even play in beta.
To be honest, I was more offended at the fact it's £45 in the UK and they wanted £5 as a pre-order thing. No? What? Wait. I'm paying to pre-order your... What? No? No,
To
thank
be
you.
honest, I just watched the video of the guy just using the speeder in Tatooine for ages and said,
The speeder.
exciting, rigorous
What
gameplay!
you can't see is that we're putting speeder into quotes. Because
Yes.
if that thing was speeding, then yeah, when I take my Sunday walk, then I'm speeding too.
Like I said though, we shouldn't really offer opinions on something we haven't played, so it's
not?
not for us, I'd
It's
say.
I think it's not for us, it's true.
No.
But I'll pick up a game that I'm actually playing at the moment. I actually bought it. What? RuneScape?
Pick up
Yes, RuneScape. No, I'm actually going to talk about a game which I picked up 2 days ago and which I'm having a lot of fun with. Assassin's Creed Revelations.
Virtual Girl.
Came out on the PC in It came out in November on the consoles, came out PC on December 1st.
Oh, why was that, Clicker?
What?
Why did it get delayed, Clicker? I mean, what was the good reason for that?
Because for some reason nowadays, developers, or not developers, publishers feel that it's better to release the console version first, get all the sales there, then release it on PC, and when they don't get as many sales, they can then go, PC gaming is dying, we're not going to release a port next time.
All together now.
But no, Assassin's Creed Revelations, I played through Brotherhood this year, which was great, and Assassin's Creed Revelations is basically Brotherhood with some more added stuff and some more refinements. It's fantastic. I love the Assassin's Creed games personally. I enjoy the story. I love the gameplay. I'm having a lot of fun with it, and I picked it up for super cheap.
super cheap, and I'm glad I did.
And before we wrap up, December, I suppose, I'm going to toot in one more, which is Mario Kart. Okay, I'm not going to say a lot. It's Mario Kart. It's good fun. It's online, more or less.
Yep.
It's decent. It's the best Mario Kart I've played in a long time. So, yeah, there we go.
But
I
does
enjoyed
it live up to Super Nintendo Mario Kart?
I don't know. Shall I plug it in and have a look?
I could as well, but
Yes, it does.
Okay.
I'd say rose-tinted goggles a lot on the old Mario Kart. The old Mario Kart is very pure, but there are also a lot of refinements been made since then, which are for the better. However, blue shells can go Dynafire.
Well, for example, for me personally, for the Mario Kart like Double Dash on GameCube and so on, those I didn't enjoy those a lot.
I never liked Double Dash.
I also didn't enjoy the Mario Kart on Wii.
Talking to a guy who's unlocked everything on Double Dash.
I just didn't get on with it. The lack of hop, and every time you went up a ramp and you slowed down, that really bugged me for some reason. I didn't like the whole slowing down.
It was just everything. The whole feel about it was weird.
Then let's.
Sorry.
I'll throw another rock, damn it.
Oh.
We're throwing rocks for the internet.
Okay then, I'll start. Klyka, so your game of the year.
My game of the year. Can we do a top 3? Because this is really hard.
No cheating, mate.
Okay, I was thinking really, really hard about this, and it was basically a duke out between Skyrim, Sonic Generations, and Dark Souls. I'm going to say why I chose the one I chose before I actually say which one. The thing is, Skyrim gave me a shit ton of hours that I really enjoyed. The mods and so on were great. I love the world. I still haven't seen anything. I'm still playing it. It's fantastic, but a lot of those hours I could have spent differently. It's kind of weird to say. It's a great game, but not everything about it is awesome. It's awesome, but not everything about it is awesome. Then Sonic Generations just put this amazing smile on my face the entire time that I was playing it. The music, the graphics, the way they presented it. Everything. It was just pure Sonic, and I loved it, and I felt like I was back in my childhood.
Klyka was rolling around the speed of sound.
And then you remembered Sonic Heroes.
Then I played the last boss, and it was horrible. But no, there's still some bugs in the game and some stuff I don't like about it. It's a bit short, but it's a Sonic game. And then Dark Souls. Like I said earlier when we were talking about it, Dark Souls, I really wanted to give up on the game. I was so frustrated because of that input lag. It wasn't me failing at the game, it was the game failing me, if you know what I mean. Like, you press a button.
It's not you, it's me, game.
You press a button and your guy just stands there and does nothing, and you get hit and you die and you were one hit away from beating the boss.
German incompetence.
Yes, of course. No, but seriously. And the thing is, I came back and I beat it.
We're
And
talking about the guy with Mortal Kombat. He blamed his controller.
I bought a new
true,
controller.
he hated the
I bought a new controller, and I was 3 times as good at it. Anyway,
Yeah, sorry.
coming back to Dark Souls. Like I said, I hated the game for a bit. I came back, I finished it, and I have to say, I don't think I felt this good about playing and beating and getting better at a game in a long, long time than I did with Dark Souls. So for me, my game of the year, I can only talk about the 360 version. I don't know how it is on PS3, but I think it's the same.
Exactly the same. I agree.
Dark Souls is my game of the year.
Cool.
Definitely.
Go on, Kikoskia.
Oh dear, this is terrible, because if we go in Game of the Year, I'd be going things like Mars Way. But I'm just going to point out the fact that not only have I, in such a short time, already racked up 30 hours on the game I'm going to mention, I currently have it paused here.
I wonder which game this is.
Waiting. This is The Binding of Isaac. It's a fantastically roguelike, no punches pulled, ridiculously hard game that Ben, so far, unfortunately, has been getting really bad luck on his running. It's Lovecraftian in its monster design, extremely weird, and I'm loving it to bits. And that's my game of the year. And it's on sale, I think.
It is.
Generally in the Steam.
Even if it's not on sale, it's actually very cheap. I mean, I don't think you can't pick it up. If you say, like, I have no money to pick this up, then I don't know how you are a gamer.
Yeah, I think we'd all agree here that The Binding of Isaac is ridiculously mucked up and absolutely fantastic.
Yeah,
if a bit tricky at times.
It is a game. The thing about it is, I like it. It's a game you have to love to really play it the way that Kiko does. I mean,
if you can't afford The Binding of Isaac, you can pick up Bubsy 1 and 2 for the Mega Drive at any good. I'm going to.
I honestly
die.
think this is a man who wrote the code for Busby, and he is desperately trying to get people to play.
Dude, we had a
absolute
pilot
junk of a
cartoon.
game.
Yeah.
It was going to go
I
places.
think he's still getting royalties for trying to plug Bubsy.
It's just we're gonna put him away, folks. It's okay. We're gonna lock him back up. It's fine.
So, Hell, tell us, what is your game of the year?
Well, I'm not going to beat around the bush. My game of the year is Dark Souls. For me, there's absolutely no competition. Don't get me wrong, I love a lot of the other games I've played this year. Skyrim especially is absolute masterpiece, except for the horrific game-breaking bugs.
This year did make it hard to choose like a best game, didn't it?
It did, yeah. There's a lot of good releases. I mean, Alice was a fantastic game as well, but there hasn't been anything that's given me the sort of challenge and I suppose the satisfaction of beating something like Dark Souls had. The way of getting absolutely thrashed by something over and over, but finally it clicks and you can do it. You get all the rolls right. You get all the blocks right. You just do it. You get invaded by that utter shitbag right at that really hard section, and you die and you swear.
Yep.
And it is horrible.
And all of that in the adversary of horrible frame rate in a lot of parts of the game.
But it's very rare I'll put up with a game with bad frame rates. You know how fussy I am about that.
Just to
But
emphasize here, we're not talking about League of Legends. We're still talking.
Yeah.
yes.
It
So
may
much
be
rate.
similar,
Like,
but
Dark Souls is literally like playing League of Legends with 500 puppies who have never played the game, and all they do is run.
and
All they do is run into the enemy base.
They want to jungle with Soraka.
Yes.
Damn. But I mean, jokes aside, it really is. I mean, Skyrim is fantastic, and like I said, a masterpiece, more or less. But there's no disclaimer here. Like, Dark Souls really is an absolute perfect bit of work.
Yep.
I mean, the same with Demon Souls, really, to be honest. But it is so good. The challenge, the way the online world connected, like, me and Klyka, like, trying to summon each other for like 20 minutes to get this one boss and then going and getting absolutely punked. Like,
But it worked,
instantly.
and it worked, and we did run around together, and it was good.
And it was great fun, and getting invaded by people, and the tension of that whole invasion thing. The bosses, the music, the very creepy sort of voice acting.
Do you mean the tension of, is he a hacker or is he not?
Or do you mean the tension of that guy is a right laggy bastard, and he's going to knife you in the back, whether you like it or not?
The tension of, now he's over there, and now he stepped me in the bag and I'm dead.
Nothing though. Of all the fights I remember doing is is being in Skype with Klyka and another friend of ours called Carl, and trying to do the demon, the demon with the two axes in the
Capra demon.
The Capra demon, and
Swords,
swearing and abuse that was going through Skype. It was so funny. And then I walked in there and do it first time, and they were like,
He was only
God.
trying to ask him a question.
Oh God.
But on that terrible joke, I think we should probably we'll stop there for our.
I've got a whole book of them. Really, I
promise, folks, we are locking him back up. It's fine.
No, don't lock me back up here. It's dark there.
We're gonna lock him in his.
There's only an Atari Jaguar, folks.
We gotta lock him up
But
in the
it's
vintage
broken.
section. He needs to ripen a bit more.
But now you're playing with power.
Kikoskia? So bad.
Anyway, I hope you enjoyed our little sort of podcasty thing we had going tonight. That's it, really. We've got our games of the year going, and of course, the floor's open. What's your game of the year?
Yeah.
Chuck
Also, let's not forget, have a great new year.
Indeed, no matter where you are, or whenever your new year is, technically, I suppose.
And
I do have a great new year.
And if I don't win this Binding of the Isaac one, I'm blaming all of you for interrupting my
Wait, don't worry, we'll distract him so he loses.
Yeah, we will distract him enough. Don't worry. He's gonna start crying and kill people with his tears. Because that's what actually happens in the Binding of Isaac.
It's true.
Yes.
And tears and feces.
So much feces.
So much.
Anyway, thanks very much for listening, guys. Take care.
Yeah. Bye-bye.